why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Jackson drives in. Tolliver dishes to Johnson. To the left wing. And Meeks kicks to Tolliver. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. Johnson left side. Here's Baines. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
You know, it's funny. We talk about glue guys like Tucker being instrumental to winning the championship, but it's really about trying to find the best guys at what they do. And the case can be made that Tucker is one of the best in the NBA at what he does.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands too.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. He dishes it to Meeks. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game he's got to tighten up.
And Kansas City making a change here. Booker's checked in. They recover it. Jackson. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Got that bucket in no time at all. The Prodigy's got 38 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And in the past, the NBA had the All-Star break for just an extended weekend. Last year, they gave the players a full week off. It seemed to be received positively by everyone.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. His message to them was all about getting high percentage shots and having the crisp ball movement on the perimeter that it takes to get those shots. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. The All-Star break in 2015 was just a bit over a week. Those extra days, Clark, for most players, really rested some guys up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a nice move. You play those 82 games, you need more than just a few days break during the middle part of the season. So I like that move a lot.
Now here's Jackson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jackson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Okay.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Johnson over to help. Tipped away. Meeks with the steal. Feeds it to Tolliver. And Kansas City pushing it up now.
How that one-man fast break.
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Kansas City.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series. And they'll be going for the sweep. the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for the prodigy. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Ronnie Price. The Pistons have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jennings, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And on one of the epic nights in the NBA, welcome one and all to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All-Star Game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Be the West All-Stars up against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star Game of
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the West All-Stars, Davis is out there with the prodigy. Then it's Durant, then it's Harden, and it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star Game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes. And you know, this game, yeah, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance.
On defense, the East All-Stars. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
If Coach had any butterflies in his stomach about coaching the All-Stars, he didn't let any of it come out. He said it was for the fans, and even though he's in charge of the best players in the NBA, his only coaching advice was to go out and have fun. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star Game recently, another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, you know, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting a huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition. And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star Game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Powell and Marc Gasol, 2 brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball.
Now here's James, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. It's DeRozan with the drive, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. DeRozan's got his 2nd bucket of the night. That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time 2 siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star Game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
Here's Gasol, following the score by DeMar DeRozan, picked by Horford. Out to DeRozan, the 3, good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 7 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Here's the prodigy. Elbow shot is on the way. That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Following the three-point attempt by DeRozan, Swift lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, the Prodigy's got 6.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest.
.146 left in the first quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He said to his guys that they can take advantage of this defense if they just work as hard as possible to find the gaps on the floor and keep the ball moving from side to side on the offensive end. Another part of what he said to them centered on his desire to see them shooting the ball every opportunity that presents itself. He said, "Fire away, guys. You've got the green light." Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Irving. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the '88 Slam Dunk Contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night? So just so many great memories from this event.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Anthony Davis. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Horford's got his first basket of the night.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Here's Davis. Knocks down the 10-footer.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Now here's Irving. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And here's the fast break. It's stolen by Davis. Here's the Prodigy. 8 points for him. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Here's Gasol. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. A great event unfolding. One quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back, everyone, to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star Game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. We've got Russell Westbrook. Davis is out there with Durant. Then there's the Prodigy. And it's Harden in at the 2-guard spot. Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest-scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show. Yeah, and you know, Melo voted into the All-Star game last year, played in front of the home crowd in New York. In a lot of ways, what must have been a dream come true for him. Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G. You're right. It's glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
For Carmelo, I'm sure he wished he had a better performance in that All-Star game. Clark, 6 of 20 from the field.
Yeah, I think he was probably forcing the issue a bit, playing in New York in front of the home fans. I think he'll look to redeem himself here.
George, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
They're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Al Horford. Tries from 7. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 18 points for the Prodigy. To the paint. Here's Bosh. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the West. Griffin comes in for Davis. Here's Swift. And the first half
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the first half of the All-Star. We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast at such an amazing and fun weekend. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
They've got Horford. LeBron James is out there with Pau Gasol. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's DeRozan in at the 2. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Paul can't get it to go.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Here's the Prodigy, guarded by Horford. Off the left rim and out.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And DeRozan kicks to James. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. The Prodigy's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it out to Paul. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
A tight game here in New York. The kick out to Irving. Dishes to Gasol. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's the Prodigy, guarded by Horford. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the East. Paul George comes in for LeBron. Marc Gasol's checked in for the West. Westbrook comes in for Chris Paul. On the court for the West All-Stars, we've got Durant. Anthony Davis is out there with the prodigy. Then it's Harden, and it's Paul in at the point guard position.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Here's Irving. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Irving's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the East All-Stars. Here's the prodigy, guarded by Horford and stolen by Horford. Irving against Paul. Passes it to Gasol. Fires from the corner. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's the prodigy, defended by Gasol. Floats one up. 4 on the clock. Swift sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Swift. The prodigy's got 21 in the game. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes it tough to defend.
So what you mean about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 3-point lead. And a wide open look for James. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 7 points for LeBron.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
It's tipped. Horford dishes to Gasol. The West All-Stars pull it in. Durant's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Swift. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Just an amazing game for the prodigy. He's got 21 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Drills the baseline jumper. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. That is good. And that's now 11 points for Kevin Durant.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And Durant sends it back. Here's the prodigy, guarded by Horford. Here's Swift. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. The prodigy's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Pushing it up. Harden with it. He's picked up by James. Here's Swift. Rebound by the East All-Stars. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. The wide open look here for DeRozan. West All-Stars with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball passes to Swift. And stolen by James. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Irving. And that's 11 points for DeMar DeRozan.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Out to the right wing. Swift inside, guarded by Horford, and he gets it to go. And that's now 29 points for the Prodigy.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. They're ahead by 3. 1:24 left to play here in the 4th. .124 left in the game. Durant against LeBron. No good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And then Durant with the jam.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
.107 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's LeBron. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Now here's Paul. And there's the pass to Swift with the shot. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Swift. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Stolen by Durant. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To take the lead. Cannot hit. Nice D from DeRozan. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
At the line for 2.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're trailing by 2. 20 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Here's the Prodigy, guarded by Horford. Swift. Oh, off target.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
And the East All-Stars call time here. Outside Irving. From deep, James buries the triple.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 3 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a 3 to
2K Sports pregame show.
And on one of the epic nights in the NBA, welcome one and all to the All-Star game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All-Star game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars up against the East All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star game officially upon us, typically a high school.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Durant. Prodigy is out there with Davis. Then it's Harden. And it's Paul in at the point guard position.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP. And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams they combine for 48 threes.
Now here's Irving. Picked by Horford. Down low. Good, and the assist goes to